Have you ever felt like you never quite fit in? Like everyone else seemed to understand the rules of life while you were constantly trying to figure them out? If so, you're not alone. Many people grow up feeling different from those around them. While it can be painful during childhood, that experience often creates strengths that become incredibly valuable later in life. Today, we're exploring 10 signs you grew up feeling different and how those experiences may have made you far more powerful than you realize. Feeling different doesn't always mean being isolated or rejected. Sometimes it's a quiet feeling that follows you everywhere. You may have noticed that your thoughts, interests, emotions, or way of seeing the world didn't match the people around you. At the time, it may have felt like a burden, but looking back, it often becomes clear that those differences were shaping unique abilities and perspectives. Sign number 1. You spent a lot of time alone. While other kids naturally gravitated toward groups, you often found comfort in solitude. You learned how to entertain yourself, think deeply, and process your emotions independently. This ability to be alone without feeling lost becomes a powerful skill in adulthood, allowing you to make decisions without constantly seeking validation from others. Being alone also gave you something many people never develop: a strong relationship with your own mind. You learned to reflect, imagine, and observe. These moments of solitude helped you build self-awareness. As an adult, this often translates into emotional intelligence and a deeper understanding of yourself and others. Sign number 2. You felt misunderstood. Maybe your ideas were dismissed, your emotions weren't fully acknowledged, or people simply didn't understand why you thought the way you did. Constantly being misunderstood can be frustrating, but it teaches you how to communicate more clearly and become resilient when others don't immediately agree with you. People who grow up feeling misunderstood often become excellent observers. They pay attention to body language, tone of voice, and hidden emotions because they've spent years trying to understand social situations. This heightened awareness can become a powerful advantage in relationships, leadership, and personal growth. Sign number 3. You questioned everything. While others accepted rules and traditions without much thought, you naturally asked why. You wanted to understand the logic behind decisions and beliefs. Although this may have made you seem rebellious, it helped develop critical thinking skills that many people struggle to build. Questioning things teaches independence of thought. Instead of blindly following the crowd, you learned to evaluate information for yourself. In a world filled with opinions and pressure, the ability to think independently is one of the most valuable forms of power a person can have. Sign number 4. You were highly sensitive. You noticed things that others overlooked. Small comments affected you deeply, and you could often sense emotions in a room before anyone spoke about them. Sensitivity is often mistaken for weakness, but in reality, it can be a source of remarkable strength. Highly sensitive people tend to possess strong empathy. They understand emotional experiences on a deeper level and often become trusted friends, mentors, and leaders. What once felt overwhelming may actually be one of your greatest gifts because it allows you to connect with people in meaningful ways. Sign number 5. You often felt like an outsider. Whether it was at school, in social groups, or even within your own family, you sometimes felt like you were observing life from the sidelines. While painful, this experience can help you develop a broader perspective because you learn to see situations from multiple angles. Outsiders often become innovators. Because they aren't completely absorbed by group thinking, they're more likely to challenge assumptions and discover new solutions. Many creative thinkers, entrepreneurs, and visionaries once felt like they didn't belong anywhere. Sign number 6. You developed a rich inner world. Books, imagination, creativity, and daydreaming may have been your escape. While others focused on external activities, you spent time exploring ideas, stories, and possibilities inside your own mind. This ability often fuels creativity and problem-solving later in life. A rich inner world allows you to envision opportunities that others don't see. It helps you adapt during difficult times because your imagination gives you options when reality feels limiting. Many successful creators and innovators began by learning to trust their imagination. Sign number 7. You became independent at an early age. Whether emotionally or practically, you learned to rely on yourself sooner than many of your peers. This independence may have come from necessity, but it taught you resilience and self-sufficiency. Independent people often become strong problem solvers because they are used to navigating challenges on their own. They trust their judgment and are less likely to be paralyzed by uncertainty. This confidence becomes a major advantage when facing life's obstacles. Sign number 8. You felt emotions deeply. Joy, sadness, disappointment, and hope all seemed more intense for you. While intense emotions can be difficult to manage, they also create depth of character and a greater appreciation for life's experiences. People who feel deeply often develop extraordinary compassion. They understand pain, growth, and healing in ways that others may not. This emotional depth can become a source of wisdom that guides both personal decisions and relationships. Sign number 9. You learn to adapt to different environments. Because you often felt different, you became skilled at reading situations and adjusting when necessary. You learned how to connect with different kinds of people while still maintaining your unique perspective. Adaptability is one of the most important skills in today's world. Life constantly changes, and those who can adjust without losing themselves tend to thrive. What once felt like survival may have actually been training for future success. Sign number 10. You searched for meaning beyond what was visible. You were drawn to deeper questions about life, purpose, identity, and human behavior. While others focused on fitting in, you were trying to understand what truly mattered. This search often leads to personal growth and a stronger sense of direction. If these signs resonate with you, remember this: feeling different was never proof that something was wrong with you. In many cases, it was evidence that you were developing strengths others couldn't yet see. The loneliness, sensitivity, curiosity, and independence that once made you feel separate may now be the very qualities that make you powerful. Sometimes the people who feel different growing up become the people who change the world simply because they learn to see it differently.